Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Stragamar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to be continuing up this incredibly dangerous tower. We're probably going to want block buffs. This is probably going to be really obnoxious. You want to target him specifically, because the last thing you need is them to, you know, how many bloody revive on deaths can you have? Dear Lord. Maybe this was a good room for Armiger. I'm thinking Armiger would have been a better bet here. Especially because my Ugo doesn't have the block buffs, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Let me put it this way. If I had to face this in arena, not that I would willingly do so, I would most definitely not... I would most definitely bring a block revive. And it wouldn't be going this well. Only in Doom Tower can you face a Sir Nick and a Leprechaun, a Shamrock, with this little of a problem. Because normally, this is a much bigger problem. Not that I wouldn't want a Sir Nick on my team, but Sir Nick is, he's an incredibly rare champ. Just want to point that out. Thankfully, we put our block buffs up, which means, since it finally landed, we'll have an easier time versus this wave. Because keeping this wave controlled is paramount to winning. Because you don't, the number one thing, it's why I said I need a Deacon for the other account to get further up Doom Tower, similar like Deacon or Lysandra, because I needed someone to control the narrative, or we are not getting up this tower pretty much. Can we get to floor 100? That's the real question. That is the real question here. Now you might ask why I went for Valkyrie first. Very simple. Valkyrie has that passive that's obscenely annoying for me. And I don't need that passive in play right now. The amount of martyrs and Valkyries on the way up here is nothing short of disgusting. Okay, that AoE is going to keep him distracted. So they can hit the rosin. The one can actually take it to the face and live. Because the real problem with Kale taking it is he can't really take it. Rosin can actually take it to the face. This is going to be slow and difficult. Let's just focus on one martyr. Man, this floor is a pain, man. I may need to resort to double block buffs. That's what it looks like. Or something along those lines. I really don't like to do this. But it looks like we're going to have to do it. As I see no way out of this. This hell of Valkyries. Like, this is probably the worst hell of Martyrs and Valkyries I've ever had to deal with in my entire raid existence. Which is saying something. Like, literally, Vizier is almost used nowhere else except when I need block buffs. Literally, where I need block buffs, like this. This is like Vizier's calling. Literal Martyr and Valkyrie hell. Literal. More Martyrs and Valkyries than I've ever seen anywhere else in the game, including Arena. Like, dear Lord. No wonder almost no one gets up here. No wonder. And even fewer get past it. Literal counterattack hell. What am I even supposed to do versus this much counterattack hell? counterattack hell. Literal counterattack hell. Literal counterattack hell. I don't even want to deal with this. Do I even have something to deal with this? Do I even have something to deal with this? Is the real question. Like, I'm literally resorting to this just because of the nature of the way this works. I'm thinking Tyrell would be better for this. For the decreased defense. It's a rare thing that I say that, but this is the one floor where, like, this is literal counterattack hell. Literal counterattack hill. I'll be lucky to get out of this alive. Look how big that shield is. Demetha is our only hope. That and more block buffs, champs. This is literal counterattack hell. I do not know who thought this was a good idea. But whoever thought this was a good idea, they're sick-minded. To put this many Valkyries in one level. And Martyrs. You might be asking why I saved that revive. In case she's the last one standing, I don't want... Okay. Really? You thought the last floor was bad. Oh, you see nothing yet until you see this BS. Oh boy. You ain't seen nothing yet until you see this BS. We're one enemy. Literal nightmare. Actually stupid. This is why it's so hard to get to the top. You literally have to get through some of the most annoying defensive teams known to mankind to get to the top here. Man, if I get through this floor, I'm quitting for now. This is so mentally taxing. Like, do you feel the taxation? I hope you feel the taxation. My nose, man. Oh, I've had a cold for quite some time now. Please. I swear to God. Please. This should be against the Geneva Convention right now. Like, this seriously should be against the Geneva Convention. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Actually disgusting. Whoever thought this was a good idea is mentally nuts. If I can get through this, maybe I'll go another floor, but dear Lord, absolute nightmare. The only hope I have right now of beating this nightmare is to kill the stupid, the most pay-to-win aspect of this comp, the Valkyrie. The champ that the game refuses to give me. Along with Mashald and a whole bunch of other champs. It's not just counterattack, too. It's the amount of provoke, man. Oh my God. Just take one of these martyrs out. Dear Lord. Preferably the one with the lower HP. Okay, perfect. Perfect. There we go. Only took frickin' 15 minutes and another attempt to beat this absolute hell of a floor. I do not know who thought this was a good idea. But holy hell is it frustrating. Demetha made it possible. Literal counterattack hell, man. Literal counterattack hell. I do not know who thought that was okay. That was disgusting. I'm amazed I got through that alive. So hard to get to the end of this. Look how tanky he is. Dear Lord. Like, I'm sorry if I sound annoyed, but you can see how annoying this tower is. Progressing just a few floors. Absolute nightmare. Oh, and he's dead. I did not realize. Did not think about these dumb occult brawlers and their shenanigans. Come on. All right. The big question. Can we reach the top? This is obviously going to be made more difficult with the loss of Deacon, but we gotta try our all. I've got to do it my all. This is still way better than counterattack hell. Like, I had it with counterattack hell. Okay. Is it okay I just pass on this and try to get to the top of the tower for now? Because sure, I have some force champs for that, but I don't feel in the mood. I just don't feel in the mood right now. I'll do it later, but... Oh... That's disgusting. Oh. Okay, no. Okay. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm cringing. I'm cringing so hard. You gotta see this from the way I'm looking at it, man. Like, oh my god, this level of cringe factor is on another level entirely. Is getting to floor 100, I don't think I can make it there before reset. Like, every floor is like hell on earth. Like actual hell on earth at this point. There's a reason I'm targeting that Mashald. There's a reason. As if that Mashald gets going, we're all screwed. I'm not taking any chances with that. I want a Mashald, and I'm so salty that the game hasn't given me one. And the only people that have Mashald typically are the people that spend a literal fortune on him. Oh, let's just try to get the energy fuel if I can. Oh, the cringe factor. I mean, I said I was done, but I don't know if I was really done. I just felt done because of how cringe that one floor was. Oh, the cringe factor. The cringe factor in this is over 9,000, man. The cringe factor. The cringe factor. How can we get to floor 100? Can we get to 100? Oh, it's like being 100 years old in real life. 100 is so awful. Oh, can we make it to the top here? Oh, this is so cringe. Alright, we beat floor 97. Floor 98. Can we get to 100? Oh, this is excruciating. I have to kill that guy first, or he will literally ruin my day. Like I said, ruin my day. There's a reason I'm focusing the living shit out of him. Because I know, for a fact, that he is an absolute problem. He is a problem above all else. I'm not that easily stopped anymore, but this tower is still an absolute unit. And this account is a freaking year old, and it's an absolute unit. I have beaten Ice Golem 20, and this is harder. Like, dear Lord. It's so difficult to know the formulations for what team comps. I can't wait to get like a really good magic affinity damage dealer. Like a genuinely good one, like Trunda or something. That would completely change this account. Or hell, even a Canderfon. Something to help this account out in terms of the damage department. And if I can wangle it, an area of effect unkillable, or something to really help this account. Like Mashald would do. If you're wondering why I'm reviving Kale so much, is because we've gone into the portion of the tower. Well, although he's useful, he's gonna struggle. Because these are legendaries that have a lot of stats. Unless I get the right Savage on him. And getting that is brutal. But guess what? What's coming up, though? Clan tournaments. You know what that means, right? That means I'm actually going to be able to get this gear and stuff done. And start blowing resources. Building the account further. So that maybe, with any luck, I'll have something that makes this a little less painful. Oh, because in its current state, I can barely get up here. Barely. And only because I have Demetha. Demetha makes it possible. Demetha Incorporated. Because without Demetha, this never would have happened. There's a reason I'm going directly for that. It's because I know who the problem is. These Hackhorn Smash Lords are far more dangerous than the War Chief. Because they are the ones that sacrifice and do a stupid amount of damage. They do more damage than these guys. These guys just provoke. They're just annoying. This is the real threat. Because you gotta recognize who's the threat and who's not the threat. And it takes a long time to recognize it. Because you have to do this free to play at all, you have to understand a lot of things about the game. You have to understand who the threat is, who the threat isn't, who do you currently have in your squad that'll help, and you have to aim for the top. Floor 99. Resistance Aura. You know, Tyrell would be really good in this situation. Like, nice. And I have him there's something bitter about him. I haven't 6-starred him yet. But I swear to God, I will be 6-starring him at some point. Because he's useful. I don't care about the people BMing him all the time. Screw them. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it loud. I'm going to say it proud. Screw the people who tell me Tyrell isn't good. Screw them. Tyrell is a great champ. I hate people who BM Tyrell. I hate them. Like, I can't use him in here because he's not high enough level and he'll just get walloped. But he's a pretty dang good champ. He's not a Mashald, but he's pretty dang good. There's a reason why I did that. I'm so glad I beat Margit the Fell. That was great. Granted, it took me an hour to beat him. After finding many ways of failing at Margit. I'm gonna kill that Basher. So I've got a feeling the Basher's the biggest problem. I like how they instantly go for him. Not even a preamble. There's a reason I'm going for the Occult Brawlers next. It's because I know the Occult Brawler is a problem. All right. There's a reason I'm targeting the Bashers, because I don't want all my cooldowns to get locked. That's why. Main thing is now to kill him, because he does damage. How much damage? Mind-bendingly stupid amounts of damage. Because his move that he normally never uses in his fights has a block revive on it. And I can't let him get it off, or he will literally make my life a living hell. All right. Last one. Floor 100, Scarab King. In the next episode. That's right. Floor 100 has been reached for the first time. 20 floors to go.